Welcome to another episode of this Pitch Deck series where we're focused on Pitch Deck Perfect Business Optimization. So today I wanted to focus on, it's another one of those topics which really is, it is really a no-brainer. You'd think that anyone in business, whether you're a business owner or a manager or you know, in any position where you lead people, that you'd have a handle on this particular thing. And what I'm talking about is the numbers of the business, or at least of your part of the business. Yeah. It's quite amazing how many people you can talk to, how many people you can talk to, sorry, and ask them some simple things like, what's the cost of your product? How much does it cost to get your product manufactured? How much does it cost to land at CIF? What's custom cleared or whatever? If you have a physical product, or if you have a technology product, so what's the total cost of ownership of your infrastructure? And that's a really good one, because most people these days don't have a clue about what the total cost of ownership means, right? Back in 20, 30 years ago, we had to know these things because the prices were astronomical. These days, things have become more of a commodity. Nonetheless, those small bits and pieces, $100 here, $200 there, $1,000 over there, it all adds up. And, whilst we're not going and purchasing routers and servers and all the rest, we're hiring them off someone else. There is still a total cost of ownership. Total cost of ownership way back when meant you had to buy the hardware, you had to have it installed, you had to have a maintenance contract, things that go wrong, upgrades, all the rest of it. Nowadays, however, because most of it's a service, you have to think in terms of, okay, well, I'm buying a service, I have a monthly subscription. Let's even have a basic website. So a website hosting service. Yeah. I have a monthly subscription. I'm going to pay someone to put my website together. And that's where most people leave it. Well, they forget that the plugins and the technology needs to be updated. Someone has to run monitor the backups. Okay, backups and everything can be automated. Updates can to a degree be automated as well. But they forget that you actually have to monitor it from time to time. Someone needs to be allocated for that. Majority of businesses, I expect the majority of business, at least ones I've come in contact with, don't monitor it. They don't have a clue of this stuff's going on in the background. Oh, you got a website, got it up and running, whatever. And it's only when the shit hits the fan that they think, oh, well, how the hell did that happen? Right? Another classic is we're going to have an app. I love this one when people say, yeah, I'm going to get an app, and I'm going to get an app, and it's going to cost me $500. And like, really? What about it's got to be Android and iOS compatible? What about it has to be retroactively compatible with a couple of generations of the operating systems, historically, and then as you go forward, it's got to be so the current operating system and the next one and the next one, and you got to keep maintaining it, and then you got to keep making sure that it's going to work with whatever Google and Apple decide to do. It's a classic that people don't even think about. But so I'm getting a little bit off, but I'm going down a certain tangent with this topic and know your numbers, but it's just to demonstrate and to emphasize just a couple of areas where people really don't know the specifics of their business. There are a couple of standard documents in every business, your P&L and your balance sheet and your management report and things like that, which you should be totally familiar with. And anyone should be able to ask you a question, whether it's an investor or your board or your management team, or your line manager should be able to ask you a question about that, and you should be able to respond in an instant. Or whether it's your budget and your cash flow, you should be able to know. You should know these, like that. What's happening in your financial things? You say, oh yeah, but that's why I got an accountant. Well, bullshit. You don't. You have an accountant and you have a bookkeeper to take care of the things, and to some degree, accountants these days have stepped into an advisory role. But you, as the person, if you have budget responsibility, if you're a business owner or a leader in the department, it's up to you. You don't outsource that crap to the accountant. You go and get them to tell you how it all works, so you can gain the knowledge yourself, so you have the finger on the pulse of the business. Bottom line, every business can be broken down to a series of numbers. Yes, there are systems and processes. Yes, there's the less tangible stuff about it as well. But bottom line is, you can break any business down to numbers, and you will know the health and the viability of that business based on the numbers. And the numbers could be your financial numbers. They're always going to be involved there somewhere. It could be something to do with the traction you have in terms of the following you have. It's in terms of your audience, how many people, how many customers, how many customers or clients, how many followers, how many people in your pipeline, what's the time to close a deal, what's the life cycle of a client, what's the total lifetime value of a client. I mean, these are just a few metrics, and you should know this about your business off the top of your head. If you don't know it, then you really need to go and find out about it. And again, a pitch deck is something that will help you crystallize all of this stuff, irrespective of whether you go on a pitch for investment or not. A pitch deck will help you crystallize all of this stuff and have it front of mind, so that, or maybe front of, it's there so that if you need it to be front of mind, you can recall it in an instant. And you can, whether it's you need it for the bank, whether you need it because you want to do forecasting, whether you need it because you want to go in a certain direction, you need to know whether you got the money, whether you got the possible audience for it, whatever. If you have it in an organized way, and that's what a pitch deck will help you do. If you have it in an organized way, in something which will provide you with clarity of where everything is, you will be able to respond. You'll have that area of your business list optimized. You'll be able to respond to whatever situation or create whatever situation you want to create in an instant. Anyway, know your numbers. There's a lot more I can say about numbers, and I probably will in other episodes. Just for now, though, know your numbers. And I've mentioned a few. There are a whole lot more. And please, if you feel so inclined, put in the comments what other numbers you think are relevant to know in the business, in any business, and do that so that we can share with everyone who's watching these things, listening to these things. They can get a sense of, oh yeah, I didn't think of that one, or I didn't think of this one, or whatever. Okay, so it's not about anyone showing off how good they are. That's why I also don't go in that level of detail. It's not about me. This is about you. This is about your business. And this is ideally, if you're going to contribute by commenting below, it's about sharing your knowledge in your area, things that you've experienced, so that other people can learn from you too. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if this is your first time here, or even if it's just not even your first time here, you've been here a few times and you haven't subscribed yet, please click that subscribe button and click whatever notification button there is there to be notified when new episodes come out. Or if you prefer to be really on the priority list, there's a link in the description where you can subscribe by email and or get on the Telegram channel to get absolute priority notification about when new stuff comes out. Thank you very much again, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a great day.